Hello, this is Discover Yoruba platform where we talk about everything Yoruba, from the Yoruba language and culture to passive income earning and food science in Yoruba. However, our focus for today is wellness, and as we all know, a very important aspect of wellness is food. So let's dive into the sciences behind food. Food is any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink, or that plants absorb to maintain life and growth. Fermentation is one of the oldest technologies for food preservation. It is a process dependent on the biological activity of microorganisms for production of a range of metabolites, which can suppress the growth and survival of undesirable microflora. Although fermentations have been exploited as a method for the preservation of food and beverages for thousands of years, it has only been in the more recent past that microorganisms were recognized as being responsible for the fermentation process. Pasteurization was developed in the year 1861, and for the first time, the essential role of microorganisms in the fermentation process was realized. Wow! The discovery of microbes coincided with the Industrial Revolution and resulted in the simultaneous concentration of populations in large cities. There was therefore a dramatic shift from food production for local communities to large-scale food production. This prompted the importance of fermentation. In this sense, food needs to undergo two things: to be cooked or to get spoiled. Fermented food follows the entire arc of the development of human civilization. From bread, which we call buredi tabi akara oyinbo in Yoruba, to beer or tea, cheese, wara, which dates back to 8,000 years ago, wine or tea oyinbo, which dates to 2,000 to 4,000 years before Christ. Now, let's dive into some interesting fermentation facts. The earliest proof of an alcoholic beverage dates back to China 9,000 years ago. It was a mixed drink of fermented rice, honey, hawthorn fruit, and grape. Our primate ancestors first started consuming alcohol via fermented fruit. And also, 10 million years ago, a gene in the last common ancestor of ours and apes mutated, according to science, allowing us to digest ethanol or tea up to 40 times faster. Humans have evolved to consume alcohol through the ADH4 gene. Now let's go into some importances of fermentation. Fermented food includes both staple products, for example, we have bread, and hedonic products, for example, we have chocolates. They are important parts of our sociocultural heritage, our tradition, and also our diets. Fermented foods are present in different forms and in every part of the world. Here are some questions we have which you could reply to in the comment section. Question 1. What are other importances of fermented foods that you know? And question 2. Tell us a bit on traditional foods that are pertinent to the Yoruba culture that you know. And lastly, let's look at some key reflections on food fermentation. Traditional fermentation, along with many other practices, are dying out in our African cultures. Our traditional culture and processes needs to be documented and passed on to the younger generation before it is lost to the likes of KFC, Coca-Cola, and levies of Paul Barker. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a gbé àṣà, oúnjẹ àti èdè Yorùbá lárugẹ o. We'll continue to tell you more in the upcoming episodes. Thank you so much for listening.